Okay, so today I'm going to introduce you this brand that we have worked with, considered recently lah, because this is a new brand. Okay, so this is a new line brand called the Define Fishing braided line. So they have two different kind of braided line. We have the specialized casting line and the multi-purpose PE line. Okay, the multi-purpose PE line is also the multi-colored PE line, because you can see that I think should be every 1 meter is one color should be 1 meter, or no, not 1 meter, every 10 meter is one color. 1 meter is too short already, sorry. Okay, so why we decided to work with this line is because okay, one thing about braided line, I don't know if you have the same feeling as us, is that the thing is, I have never used nylon or fluorocarbon line as main line because I don't really like the memory of the line. So I've always been using braided line, and in Singapore I think most of the anglers casting are always on the braided line. So even in, I won't say in Singapore, but in many countries, people are going towards braided line. I know that in Japan, swim bait fishing, they are still using the special nylon line due to the memory. They want the swim bait action and whatsoever. But so far over here, most of people are on braided line. If you know how to work the swim bait, I think braided line is still okay. The rod action makes another big part of it. Okay, so why did we decide to work with this Define Fishing braided line, right? It's very simple. We have been looking for a braided line that is strong, thin and strong. Okay, so the hardest, the biggest challenge, I would say, in braided line is there's so many braided line in the world, and everybody have a brand, everybody have a name, everybody have their unique selling point that they say about braided line. But to be frank, when you really use them, some of the things about braided line, the first most important thing is the strength. So some braided lines, they break easily. Some braided lines, they are very strong. So one thing about Define Fishing line is that these Define braided lines, they are very strong, and they are not thick. So let's be very straightforward lah. Unlike your China-made braided lines, these are not China-made braided lines. Okay, just for your info, these lines are very strong and they are thin. They really don't break easily. As of abrasion resistance, I think they are relatively good also. I don't want to boast about them or just say good things about them, but one important thing is that besides it being strong and a durable line, the pricing is also very affordable. So when this brand contacted me, we decided to work with them. The suggestion that we came out is don't sell 150 meters, because if you realize in fishing line, right, the shorter you buy means 150 meters compared to 300 meters. 300 meters is always cheaper. So if you are an avid angler, right, you will always be using lines. And to be frank with you, if you always been using lines and you always buy 150 meters, and you waste a lot of money, so just go for 300 meters and 500 meters. Because in this brand, right, if you go for 500 meter, this is the 500 meter packaging, this is the 300 meter packaging. If you go for 500 meter, it's even cheaper than 300 meter, and 300 meter is already cheaper than 150 meter. Meaning that by meter, okay, per meter, the price is cheaper. So there is really no point buying very little, because if you go to offshore fishing, you need like 500 meters, 300 meters, or you put up 2 bait casting reel, 150 meters, 150 meters. These lines, there's no point buying cheaper lines unless you only got one reel to fill up. So what we work with them and we told them is that why not you try to make bigger volume, means like 300 meters and 500 meters, and make it cheaper. Okay, so the line become affordable, strong and durable. So that was the objective of the purpose of this brand. So you can give it a try. So far I can vouch for it and tell you that it's really very strong. If you're not using for casting, right, just buy the multicolor line, because the multicolor line is cheaper. Is it stronger? Yes, I will say that the strength are relatively the same. Definitely the casting one is stronger, but there is different texture to the line. The casting one is softer and easier to cast. The multicolored ones are more for bottom fishing, jigging, or spinning. It's very hard for me to explain to you, but if you are into bait casting, you will understand that a lighter line is better for casting, and the texture cannot be too hard. So for spinning, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so you can still buy the cheaper version. Okay, so that's it. Mainly for lines, you really gotta try it out. But if you watch most of our videos recently for the last 6 months, it's all on defined fishing lines. Okay, and if you follow our Instagram and our Facebook, you'll see that we have a lot of people trying them out and catching big fish with this, whether is it a 10 kilo grouper or whatsoever. So that's it. Hit the like button, subscribe button. I'll see you in the next episode. Check out the website. This is relatively cheap. I think 500 meters is only about $30+. Then the 300 meters is about $30 plus minus, I think. Yeah, so that's it. Hit the like button, subscribe button. I'll see you in the next episode, and bye bye.